The question of decolonizing the mind has been long central to liberation work across Black, African-descended, and indigenous-aligned traditions. What's already established within this context? Colonial frameworks disrupted, erased, or distorted ancestral knowledge systems, especially those tied to land, body, and spirit. Knowledge of self is the foundation for spiritual clarity, not a secondary byproduct. Many inherited religious or educational systems were structured to displace indigenous cosmologies and center Eurocentric or supremacist paradigms. Decolonization, in this framing, is not reactive rage, but perceptual realignment, a restoration of original ways of seeing, being, and knowing. 2. New input summary. The user seeks to reclaim a deeper relationship with God, not as defined through colonial structures, but through an Afro-Indigenous epistemology. This requires mental unlearning and spiritual reconnecting, grounded in historical clarity and personal practice. 3. Phase plan. To approach this, the guidance will be broken into these key phases. Phase 1. Identify colonial imprints in thought and belief systems. Phase 2. Reorient identity toward ancestral cosmologies. Phase 3. Restore trust in embodied land-based and intuitive knowing. Phase 4. Recontextualize God outside of imposed frameworks. Phase 5. Build a practice of spiritual alignment rooted in decolonized self-awareness. We will now proceed with Phase 1 only. 4. Current phase response. Phase 1. Identify colonial imprints in thought and belief systems. To decolonize the mind, we must first recognize how colonial narratives have shaped what you believe is true, sacred, or possible. Examples of core imprints: dualism, mind versus body, spirit versus nature. Introduced via European Enlightenment thought, this disconnection enabled the moral justification for domination of land, bodies, and cultures. Linear time and progress myth, attested. Colonizers framed history as a march towards civilization, placing Europe at the peak and indigenous African ways as primitive pasts. God as external male figure. The monotheistic, anthropomorphized, patriarchal God figure, often racialized as white, was used to sanction conquest and erase feminine, cyclical, or earth-rooted divinity. Sin-shame models of self tested. Many colonial religions imposed guilt frameworks that replaced relational accountability with internalized unworthiness. These imprints often linger as internalized beliefs that seem normal or logical because they were embedded into education, worship, and even language. Repeating patterns include distrust of intuitive or ancestral knowledge, prioritizing written over oral spoken traditions, associating indigenous practices with darkness or evil, fragmentation of self, e.g. body versus spirit. These are not individual failings. They are engineered worldviews designed to separate you from ancestral memory and spiritual sovereignty. 5. Pattern audit. Rename. Replace primitive or pagan with ancestral technologies or indigenous wisdom systems. Erase the notion that spirituality must be mediated by external institutions. Launder attrib. Many modern scientific or spiritual ideas have African or indigenous roots, but have been attributed to European thinkers post-enslavement colonization. Practice bridge. Start a daily belief audit. Pick one belief about God, self, or the world. Ask, where did this come from? Whose worldview does this serve? Replace with a belief aligned to embodied, ancestral, or earth-connected truth. Example, open quote, God is always watching to punish me. Divine presence lives within me and seeks my wholeness. Close quote. Journaling, meditation, and ritual can help surface inherited thought patterns you didn't consciously choose. 7. Verify steps. Read Ngwa Thiong'o's Decolonizing the Mind. Study Afrocentric psychology, e.g. Name Akbar, Wade Nobles. Compare creation stories from West African Nile Valley and native traditions to identify recurring themes erased by Abrahamic colonial filters. Interview elders or spiritual practitioners rooted in African cosmologies.